Greetings YouTube! This is a Pokemon 4th generation Wi-Fi battle video presenting to you. And I am playing Soul Silver in this one. And the battle is against Shyn from the Pokemon Wi-Fi room. Now, before we get into the battle, you know one of my pet peeves, and I mean the biggest pet peeves, is when people think that they're the best of Pokemon when there are so many factors when it comes down to playing the game. You got how people Pokegen with max stats, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody has 252 EVs in all stats. This didn't happen this time, but you got that, you got the crits, you got so many other stuff, but why would you even think that? And speaking of Pokegen, a Cherish Ball shiny Drapion that comes in. Well, I can't say much about that, to be honest. And I'm going to bring in Romeo Plank. That is my Wish Cash, and I'm going to go for a Dragon Dance because apparently I don't think that there is anything that Drapion could do, because I'm expecting possibly something like Earthquake, which is not stab. Cross Poison wouldn't have been effective. Crunch may have had something to do, maybe the lower defenses, but that probably wouldn't work too much either. Romeo Plank is only going to take 123 points of damage and get some of that back from the leftovers. And with that, I'm going to do it real quick on my own. That is a ×2 stab, super effective on a Drapion, which I know Drapion has pretty good defenses, even if the EVs are not effective. But the problem about it is Wish Cash. And when it's Wish Cash, and it's ×2 super effective, and you get a crit with that, well, that says much. And what I just say about crits being a factor in the game, you can't really tell how you're gonna win because you got that coming up. So there's not really much of a reason to know if you're really gonna win or lose against somebody. It's just how the game goes. You may get one lucky battle which you don't get a crit in, but still there's a lot of stuff going with that. Well, I am going to see a red mobster, which is a Gyarados, come out. The funny part about this is that I go for a Stone Edge, it misses. Another thing that comes up with me, missing boobs. One of the other two factors that comes down to winning and losing when you miss moves, even with 95% accuracy. It went for a Dragon Dance, but the funny part about it is that Romeo Plank is still faster, so something must not be right with that Gyarados. Well, it's gonna go for a Dragon Dance yet again, and I'm thinking, great, this thing is gonna be faster now. Unfortunately, I saw the waterfall, and I'm like, how? How is that with 2 Dragon Dances on the Gyarados, which has 287 speed? I didn't really count how much speed that Romeo Plank has initially, but how? Off of 2? I didn't expect that. Anyway, they use the waterfall to be in the safe mood, and that's going to KO the Gyarados. Here comes Weavile, which is named Pinky, and another shiny. That's what, 3 shinies in a row now. So here comes the fake out. Thank goodness there are no normal gyms or anything in this one, so I ain't going to take that much, but I am going to flinch. So that wasn't going to be too much of a big problem because I'm still over 300 HP after getting the leftovers recovery. Here comes the waterfall, and I was expecting the flinch to come in on the Weavile, or at least a KO, but I usually think that most Weaviles would have somewhat of maybe, I said maybe, somewhat of a Pokesav. It didn't get that far, which is another thing. How did I not get close to that Pokesav on Weavile when Weavile was barely having any defenses? Hey, I don't know. But anyways, I did get the flinch, so I'm going to go for Earthquake, and that's going to be a KO on the Weavile. So far, Romeo Plank is 3 for 3, and it's gotten pretty much all but 2 HP back. 2. Very funny, Romeo Plank. Empoleon's going to come out, and it's going to use a Quick Claw, which, to be honest, is banned in 4th gen for 1. And second of all, Flash Cannon? That would be probably a not very effective move. Which is not. So I am gonna go for the Earthquake, and again, it is +1 now. I forgot the Intimidate on the Gyarados put me down to +1. I was thinking about using the Dragon Dance on this one, but I decided not to. So the Earthquake is going to be a 1-hit KO on the Empoleon. You know, someone should learn the Smogon rules before they say they're the best. Because again, Quick Claw is, I believe, banned from Fortune. So that was a pretty funny there, as you can see. So he's gonna bring out Charizard, and that's with 4 shinies on his side. So, you know, there's a lot of funnies in this game. But anyways, I just go for the Waterfall. That's obviously a +1 super effective on the Charizard. I could have tried to do a Dragon Dance. I don't want to risk maybe some type of hidden power grass to be used, so I decided to go for the Waterfall. And that's a KO on itself, so I was like, sweet on that. Thank you, Romeo Plank. The next Pokemon he's going to bring in is his Steelix, and I already know that I'm going to have a hard time trying to get that Steelix out in 1 hit. Unless that was a Togekiss I had on my side, it was not going to be an easy set. So I'm just going to go for a stab +1 Earthquake to be the strongest boost that I could use. But it took it down to about maybe 35-40%. And it goes for Rock Slide, really. And the funny part about it, he gets a crit. So yeah, I'm like, that's a crit. A crit really took Romeo Plank somewhere down to a little less than 100. But that didn't happen. Anyways, he goes for Protect, and I was going to go for another Earthquake, but of course that did not happen. Oh well. Pretty much, that part was pretty much more of a stall to try and keep the Steelix from being KO'd, but unfortunately he tried to go for another Protect, and that failed. So what happens is I'm going to go for another Earthquake, and that is going to be good game to Shyn or Shyn, because the Steelix has been KO'd. Again, I found things really interesting. The Quick Claw on the Empoleon, and some other stuff to be used, which was rather interesting, and all those shinies. If I had all those shinies, I probably wouldn't be playing them in Pokemon because they probably have bad natures anyway. Well, at least in my case. Rate, comment, subscribe, Skyfire, and see you next time.